news. As most probably have seen, in our official Telegram channel or when you have logged into your back office, there are two new scams that are trying to present themselves as being part of Lionshare to benefit from our brand and community. I would like to make it perfectly clear that they are in no way related to Lionshare. Please keep in mind that if it is not on the lionshare.io domain, it is in no way related to Lionshare. If we launch a new feature for the Lionshare community, we will do so on this domain. When doing some investigation, we found out that Edgardo is marketing Lionshare Pro and is deliberately presenting it as the next evolution of Lionshare. The only reason I can see for doing this is pure greed and financial gain by tricking the Lionshare community to join this scam. Trying to trick the community for a quick cash payout cannot be tolerated from an official representative of Lionshare community. As a community, we need to have zero policy if somebody try to use their position for personal gain. I want to make it perfectly clear that Edgardo no longer speaks on behalf of the Lionshare brand or the community. He is no longer an official representative for Lionshare. From this point, anything he says is purely his own opinion and is in no way related to the ethics or view of Lionshare and its community. The Telegram channel that Edgardo markets called Lionshare Global is his personal channel and is in no way related to our official Telegram channels that you can find on the notification settings page in your back office. With that said, please note, Edgardo is still free to market Lionshare. He has an account and is a decentralized system after all. Remember though, as mentioned above, he is no longer an official representative of the Lionshare community. Now, I know what you're all thinking. How do I know Lionshare Pro is a scam? I would never call anything a scam without being able to back it up. After almost 2 decades in the industry, we have a deep knowledge of how compensation plans work. So let's break down why Lionshare Pro is a scam. 1. They claim that you will receive a daily interest of 1% from the funds you invest until you have received a return of 310%. This is an average return of 30% per month, which sounds like an awesome opportunity. But as they say, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. If we break down the percentages mentioned in the marketing document, they say that out of your investment, 5% will be used for administrative costs, 3% will be paid to the top 4 leaders, 10% is a direct commission to your sponsor, 1% is used for interest, and 82% is reserved for distribution. They also pay out a matching unilevel commission that is 15 levels steep when somebody withdraws the interest they have received. Back to the daily interest on the investment. The only explanation in the marketing document on how they can pay such a good interest on your investment is that it's handled by the smart contract and the community. I hope you all see where this is going. In other words, with your initial investment, they can pay you between 41 to 82 days of daily interest, all depending if the matched unilevel bonus is triggered by a withdrawal or not. So where do the remaining days of interest payout come from? The answer is simple. When somebody else has joined, they will use their investment to pay your daily interest. This clearly identifies Lionshare Pro as a Ponzi scheme and a scam. If you are unfamiliar with the term Ponzi scheme, I recommend that you search up Carl Ponzi and see the swindles that he did in the 1920s. 2. They will release a token that they claim will be tied to US dollar. In short, this means that one token is worth $1 US. The marketing document explained that the value of the token is dependent on the governance and that this alone decides the value of the token. And this is an impossibility. A token does not receive its value by the creator claiming that it's worth a set value. There is also no partnerships or financial guarantee explaining why the token will keep a $1 US value when you have received it instead of being worth less. The closest comparison to what they try to sell you is Tether or US coin, which is tied to US dollar. But these can't be compared to both, as both Tether and US dollar coin maintain the connection to US dollar through partnerships with banks and financial entities. These entities basically guarantee that if you want to sell your token, they will buy it back at face value, which is $1 US per token. Trying to get you to invest in a token that does not have anywhere close to the value they claim is also a clear indication of a scam. I hope these points make sense and that you all understand why this is a scam and that it will collapse similar to Charles Ponzi's operation did in the 1920s. As an ending, I would like to clarify again that Lionshare and our community is in no way related or linked to Lionshare Pro. Now, move on to the real reason you're here, the update on the direction Lionshare will take in 2021. This year, several crypto companies has announced that they are actively working on adding real smart contract functionality to their blockchain, including Bitcoin. Being the king of smart contracts, we will be ready when Bitcoin launches this functionality. Imagine the potential of a decentralized contract on the Bitcoin blockchain. 2021 will be an amazing year for the Lionshare community. Our focus for 2021 will be to implement some of the most popular feature requests we have received. The first feature we will create is a marketing system. Together with more specific training, this will help increase your conversions. We are also considering doing security reviews of other decentralized systems. There is a lot of other systems popping up these days, but unless you are a developer, it's hard to say if the smart contract actually does what they claim. When we have looked over some of these smart contracts, we have seen that many claim to do one thing, but they do another. If this is something that sounds interesting, you will have the ability to help decide if we will start doing this, and also the ability to decide which decentralized system we should review. More on this in a little while. We will also be doing an airdrop in January. This has to be the most popular request we have received. Yes, you heard right. Lionshare is coming out with its own token on Tron under the name Lion. The airdrop will happen in January, and we will be doing different airdrops. The exact rules for how this will be distributed will be disclosed when the registration for the airdrop opens. But any member who chooses to register will receive Lion tokens. We will have pure airdrops that will give any member that register airdrops or tokens, and there will be performance-based airdrops. These will look at your account using statistics like sales, personal downline, and so on. For this part, the system will also account for any performance in your Ethereum account if you have one. With the Lion token, you will be able to vote for the direction Lionshare will take in the future. We will also be looking into other ways you can use the token inside Lionshare. Now, for the important part, please understand that we do not promise that the token will be worth any set value. This is something that is up to the market to decide. What I can promise is that we will be working actively to get it on the exchanges, making it possible to easily trade it. Keep in mind that Tron originally started as a token on the Ethereum blockchain, and look where it is today. There is no saying where Lion will be in a year or two. At the start of January, we will be sending out a survey that you all will be able to access from within your members' back office. It will allow the community to decide the importance of the features I have mentioned above, what functionality they should have, and also give you the ability to suggest other features that you would like us to implement. In other words, the result of this survey will be the development blueprint for the start of 2021. With this, I would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Over to you, James.
All right. Well, Sven, thank you so much, man. Everybody's got to. I'm going to summarize what he said, okay? Just so you guys can completely get it. Some of you jumped in here late. What Sven just told you is this: we are coming out with Lion Token, okay? Inside of Lionshare, the official Lionshare, and what he is saying there is that we are literally going to be giving you the ability as a member to have voting rights on what direction Lionshare goes. So those of you who have already purchased your package, right? Those of you who already been part of what we have going on, you're going to get a say in where we're going, what the future is going to look like for Lionshare. We're not putting some specific value on that. How can you do that? How can you place that on there? Just like Sven said, we're looking to make sure that we can give you a home that is legitimate, not one that's going to be shut down tomorrow because we are promising some type of rate of return, not something that is, going to do something to get you in trouble, right? We have a platform here that offers products, services, that is decentralized. And now we have created a community that can come together and we can build this token up to as big as we possibly want it to be. It is an amazing thing. I'm really, really excited about this. Now, as Finn said, we will be sending out a survey at the beginning of the year to kind of give you an idea of, what is it that you guys are looking for? We need to know, right? What would you like to see happen inside of Lionshare? What are those things that you really want to do? The other thing that Sven did is, we obviously put out a warning. It's sad to an extent, some of the information that we're talking about. We can't focus on that. We got to focus on the official Lionshare, the only Lionshare, and make sure that we are pointing in the right direction. The other thing I want to tell you is that Sven mentioned, and I hope you caught it, is what our potential is here. I want you to imagine being the very first smart contract to come out in Bitcoin. What would that do, right? What would it do if we were the very first smart contract to come out in Ripple or, EOS or anything like that, right? There's a lot of opportunities out there, and I don't know where it's going to go because, like Sven said, I'm definitely not a developer. But what I am fired up about is we have the best of the best. Not only the community, not only the system, not only the products and services, but now the vision of where we're truly going. Don't be distracted. You have all you need right here. So here's what I'd like to do. We are going to talk now about a contest that we are going to be offering inside of Lionshare, okay, that we will release. It's actually going to be live in your back office either tonight or the morning when they push it live. We'll verify with Sven here because we're gonna actually open it up for questions here in a second. So make sure to stick around. If you have a question, we're going to make sure to do that, okay? But here's the deal. We have a contest that's going to be starting, and we are going to be having an official event / contest in Dubai. Who wants to go to Dubai? Anybody want to go to Dubai? I don't know if I want to go to Dubai right this second, but we are definitely going to be having a live event there. It's going to be an amazing thing. And as y'all know, I mean, we have people that are located all around the world, and Dubai is a great location. It's very cool. For those of you who haven't been there, it's going to be an amazing, amazing time. Now, here's the deal. We have made this contest very achievable to the masses. You're going to be able to do it, and we're giving you enough time to be able to do it as well. Now, as far as the event and the contest, the way that it's going to work is we're going to have a set amount of time. We're going to have qualifications, and you're going to be able to read about all that inside of the website. But the key thing is this: Lionshare is literally going to be paying for your hotel and your airline ticket if you qualify for this Dubai trip. I plan on being there, right? We're going to absolutely rock this thing, and we're going to show people exactly who we are. So I want you to imagine for a second, I mean, not just being able to win the contest, but being able to meet up with the very top leaders in this industry in an unbelievably exotic vacation, rub shoulders with them, be able to learn from them and be part of it. See, you don't have to win the contest to come. We just pay for it if you win, right? For those who qualify, we will pay for it. But for those who want to come and join us and have fun with us, we're absolutely going to be doing that in Dubai. Now, right now, I'm going to tell you that the plan is to do that event in April. Why April? Well, the vaccine has just kind of started to come out in the US. I don't know where you're located, but our hope and our intent is that by April, we can all meet together, be able to hug, be able to do all those things that we've talked about doing for so long, and really be able to see each other face to face. Now, in addition to that, in addition to the event / contest, we've talked about the airdrop, right? For some of you, you may not even know what an airdrop is, but an airdrop is essentially our ability to send you the Lion token, right? We're going to be able to send it to you electronically through the addresses you have. You're literally going to have ownership of this, which is absolutely awesome. But here's where we're taking it a step further, okay? This contest is built on your L3, okay? It's not built on L1 and L2. It's built on your L3 production, what you can do to build your team. Now, you have to understand something, okay? Contests are cool, but what I like most about contests are not the fact that people win. It's the business building up to it. Okay. There's many of you out there that it takes a contest for you to start doing the activities that you should already be doing, right? Sometimes it's just those little things that we reach for whatever reason. It's human nature that we want to reach a little bit further. So as we're building this and you're building your organization, you're going to see how powerful this L3 is. I've talked about this so many times, folks. I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, there is not a stronger comp plan out there than our L3 when it comes to building an organization and being able to create that income. I can't even put the numbers up on the slides that I want to put because they're unrealistic. That's the truth, right? When you look at that, you're like, it just doesn't make sense. But it is actually easy, simple math, and you guys can take a look at it. So as we build this, here's the cool part, okay? Some of you may not qualify for the contest. Some of you may not win. But here's what you might have an opportunity to do. For those who are out there building your L3 business, for those who are out there building your Lionshare business, period, we are going to be airdropping the Lion token to people sporadically during this entire competition, right? It's not a qualification. It's like, hey, I'm out there. We see that you're building it. We might drop you some tokens, right? It's going to be an absolute awesome thing. So look, imagine you're working away. You don't think you're going to be able to qualify for the competition, and then boom, all of a sudden something hits your wallet. Now, Lionshare, the Lion token may not have value today, right? We don't know where it's going to go in the future. It depends on our community, how we build it, exactly what we do. But what I can tell you is this: it will have value at some point if we do what we're supposed to do, right? If we build this the way that we're supposed to do it and do the things that we do. As we've said so many times, we have the best of the best when it comes to programming. The community that we have is absolutely unbelievable. And 2021 is going to be life-changing for so many people out there. So, I want to say thank you so much for everything that you've done in 2020. I mean, it's been a rocky year for a lot of people. We've had ups, we've had downs. And even this call right here, there was some bad news, some sad news, but at the same time, you can see that we're behind this. We're 100% leaning into this and pointing this direction, the direction it needs to go. And not just myself, not just Sven, but also each and every one of you. Every one of you are now going to have a vote, a say in, hey, what do we want to do? Do we want to go into Bitcoin? Do we want to create something else? We're going to survey you and see exactly what you're going to do. Now, you have to participate, right? We can't read minds. You're going to have to participate when you get this stuff, but it's going to be absolutely awesome. The last thing that I want to say here is this. I want you to understand that as we go into this new year, there's going to be a bunch of new businesses pop up. Be careful. That's all I can say to you. I'm not going to get in this conversation that we just had, but I want to tell you to be careful for you and your family, okay? Just be careful, because what always looks great in the beginning sometimes can be the worst decision you made. And I think that a lot of us out there, we're not looking to hurt people. We're not looking to take money. We're not doing a money grab, right? We want to protect ourselves and protect our family. So just make sure you're doing due diligence. You could tell from Sven's voice and exactly what he was doing there. I mean, the guy knows what he's talking about, right? It's simple math. We know exactly what's going on. And that's why I wanted to bring him on here. So, I'm kind of more salesy. I'm a little bit more hypey than Sven, as you can see. So I wanted him to be able to talk to you in a calm manner. And he's also a lot smarter than me, and tell you exactly what's going on. And that's what we've been able to do. So here's what we're going to do. Before you go, and for those of you that joined late, we recorded this, okay? So don't freak out. You're going to hear it. What you might have heard is there's a Lion token, but we did record. I remembered, and I got to give Marlene props. Marlene tells me every time James record. And truthfully, when she told me that, I wasn't recording. So we got the very beginning of it, though. So that's exciting. So Marlene, thank you for doing that. So here's what I would like. We're going to open this thing up for questions. There's one question here from Jose saying that he guesses the event in Vegas was canceled. Yeah, Jose, I mean, here's the deal. COVID stopped us from there, right? I mean, COVID's running rapid here in the US, so it just wouldn't be safe for people to be able to do that. We did have 2 winners that qualified for that contest that we've already reached out to, and we'll be able to work something out with them in regards to the Dubai event. So it's going to be pretty awesome, right? So with that being said, if you guys would like, you can ask me or you can ask Sven. If you'd like to ask a direct question, I mean, as you can tell, Sven's really direct, and I'll be direct as I can as well. So if you have a question, I'm going to ask you right now. You can either you can raise your hand if you would like, or I would prefer you to type it in here as a chat, and then I'll read it off. But if you want to come out and say anything, just raise your hand. I mean, I'm excited about where we're going here. Let's see here. All right. So we got Rena that says, Merry Christmas, guys. Dubai sounds awesome. It sounds awesome to me. And I'm pretty sure I butchered your name. I did it right? Oh my gosh. That's a miracle. Okay. All right. So we got Kevin here. Kevin, I'm going to unmute you. Okay. So Kevin, you can come out. You can ask a question to me, or you can ask a question to Spin, and we'll do our best to answer it for you. So I've asked you to go ahead, man.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear
sir.
me?
Yes, sir.
Merry Christmas. I just wanted to ask. I got the wrong ID. I wanna be under my brother's tree. How do I get under him?
You signed up under the wrong person?
Yeah.
So Kevin, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you our support link, okay? And they'll be able to help you out and point you in the right direction. So I'm going to send you a chat. Do you know how to find the chat on your Zoom?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to send that to you right now, exactly what that is. And we'll throw it in there for support. So whatever you need, they can help you out. They're awesome. They'll answer you within 24 hours for sure, okay?
Oh, good. Cheers. Thank you very much.
All right, Merry Christmas, Kevin. Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Likewise.
It's
Also.
Kelvin. It's Kelvin. I was calling you Kevin. Kelvin.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you gotta
No
correct me.
worries.
Hey, I can't read, I can't spell, and I can barely. So you got to help me out, man. All right, have a good one.
You're all good. Same to you.
All right, thank you.
Cheers.
Okay, any other questions out there? Let's see here. If you have a question, just throw it in here. We got a lot of Merry Christmas. Valencia, I want to do BTC Happy Holidays. Yeah, I'm with you. Valencia, you want to come out and say hello to everybody? Look at you with your hat on. You got to at least say hello.
Happy holidays, everybody. Definitely, I'm super excited about where Lionshare is going. I always like to say, nothing is perfect, but integrity means a lot. And I appreciate you guys for having this call. I appreciate you guys for leading the road to where we can grow, because 2020 has been not only a lesson, but it's been a blessing for a lot of people, especially anybody who's been involved since the first launch with Ethereum, then the second launch with Tron. I actually say I've been blessed. I've made close to $8,000 with this, launch, and top about 2,000 in the first launch. But the main thing is that slow motion is better than no motion. So if you've been here for a while, stick around. If you just got onto the train, keep going. 2021 is going to be amazing. And I can say that because I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it from my team. I have a few of my team members and my business partners on here, and we've been doing great. And we've made more money online with Lionshare than we did in a lot of years being online. So I'm actually really positive about where we're going. I want us to all vote BTC. I know you guys want it. I mean, it hit over 24K, guys. Let's go for the numbers. Let's go for the goal. Let's keep changing lives. So happy holidays, guys. I appreciate everybody.
Thank you so much, Valencia. She said something there. I'm gonna touch on. You know me. Every time someone makes a comment, I've got to kind of like piggyback on them a little bit. One thing that Valencia said to me is what a lot of people don't want to hear in this day and age is like buckling down and like just doing your business, right? Everyone's always looking for that next shiny object, the next launch, the next whatever. And the truth is like sometimes that works, but a lot of times it doesn't, because you lose a lot of people along the way, right? So I would encourage you have what you need right in front of you. Okay. You have it right in front of you. It's just a matter of taking advantage of it. So Valencia, we appreciate it. Okay. Let's see here. Spin, this is going to be a question for you, man. Let me ask you to unmute. The question is this, will I be able to purchase Lion tokens, or is it only via airdrop?
Well, initially the Lion token will be airdropped. After it's been airdropped, you will be able to buy from other members. Lionshare will not be actively selling any tokens. This is a token for the members. And as mentioned, it is the market and the members and the community that does in the end decide what value this token will have.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. So Sven, here's the next question. It's kind of on that same thing. They're asking, when would white papers come out for the Lion token?
That will be at the same time as with airdrop, so in January.
Okay, awesome. So man, you got people worked up on this this BTC thing, Sven. We got a lot of people saying, oh, a Bitcoin smart contract. Think about this, y'all. I mean, I've been out there for a while. I know y'all have too. And I've seen over the last year, a lot of people talking about these Bitcoin smart contracts, which by the way, is none of them are, right? I mean, none of them are actual smart contracts. that's what we're telling you. You know, you're part of a system here, an ecosystem that can actually do anything that we want, and you guys get to help us dictate it. So, I mean, you guys are technically telling us this right now. Imagine having some say in that, you know, based on the amount of tokens you have and things like that. So it's super cool. Let's see here. Merry Christmas. I'm on Valencia's team and so blessed to be on her team. I want BTC. Valencia, look what you're doing to people, man. You're out there. So we appreciate it. All right. Any other questions that are here? Jose, same thing. He is ready for BTC, he says as well. You know, a lot of that isn't up to us. I'm sure you guys know that. A lot of that is up to, you know, the development of Bitcoin and the actual smart contracts that come with it. And Sven, you can add anything that you want to that, but that's just my take on it.
Yeah, that's correct. All we know at this point is that Bitcoin is actively working on adding the functionality because it is something that is requested. And what we will do is to be on top of this development. And when Bitcoin is ready, so will we be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Simon, I see your point here. Like, you know, talking about the Bitcoin fees, they're high right now, right? So, you know, maybe that some of that can be adjusted. We'll see. I think that they got to work some of that out for it to make sense. We don't want to get in another situation like we did with Ethereum, of course. Can you? Okay, here's a question. This is a good question, Sven. I think this is kind of for you as well, but it's for me too. Can you put a marketing or training to fill the academy up, like a marketing system? We need an, hold on, I'm sorry. Now there's questions coming in, of course. We need an ecosystem and for the people to actually start learning how to market. So I'm going to take the first part of this, Sven, and then I'm going to pass it on to you and let you take the second, okay? You guys know, obviously, I've been training, you know, for, I don't know, off and on, right? It hasn't been consistent. Let's just be straight. On how to market your business, you know, how to present yourself, the posture, all those things, building out those funnels. The question is, hey, can we have some type of marketing system? The training can be the training, but, you know, is there ability to potentially add a marketing system at some point? Sven, you're the developer, so I don't want to talk out of turn. I wanted you to kind of take that and let people know what your thought process is on it.
Yeah, as I mentioned when I spoke earlier, that is one of the features that we will be working at the start of 2021. And the exact functionality that it will have will be decided by the survey that you, the members, will answer at the start of January.
Did you guys hear that? I mean, I hope you're kind of getting this, right? You guys are in control. I'm not in control. Sven's not in control. You guys are going to be controlling this in the direction that we go. You want to talk about a decentralized platform? You guys have heard me say this a million times. People talk about it, but not really do they actually want it. We're giving you guys the opportunities almost as stockholders, which I know it's not stock, so don't twist my words. I'm just saying you have that ability. It's almost like sitting on the board saying, hey, here's my vote. This is the direction I think we should go. And based on that, we make decisions and we do it. We've got the development team to do it and we've got the people to do it. So it's a very cool thing. Kelvin's asking a question, is there going to be an auto trading included in 2021 in the smart contract of Tron, ETH, or BTC? Kelvin, I don't know if you're talking about like where someone actually puts money in and we automatically trade it for people. We're not a trading company, so we want to stay away from that. It goes in the realm of guaranteeing a rate of return or you know, putting a value on a token or any of those financial things. We have to be really, really careful of. And I'll tell you this, you know, if you're out there marketing a business, especially if you're in front of something, make sure that it's as compliant as it can be, because you don't want to get pinched just for, you know, the sake of making a little bit of money, right? On a system that will go down. I'm just being straight with you. Like, be careful. So as far as an auto trading, I mean, Sven, you might have something to add to that, but I don't think it's in our realm because we are not a financial institution. We can't give advice on any finances, and nor do we want to. So that's kind of where it's at. I think that's a cool idea. I mean, it would be cool, but I don't see it right now in our future. Sven, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, sure. So I'm not sure, as James said, if you're thinking directly on automatic trading as a bot, or if you're thinking on clone trading, where the actions you do on your portfolio will be duplicated from whatever person that you choose to duplicate. As James mentioned, this is not something that will ever come to Lionshare. This is not what we are promising people. To do that, you need to be an official financial institution, or you will be shut down. There's no way between there. In addition, with these systems, I would urge you to be extremely careful before you use them. There has been multiple cases over the last years where people are using a company and the company goes well for half a year to a year. Then suddenly the company just doesn't exist anymore, or they claim that somebody broke in and stole all the funds from the company. There's also cases if you're using clone trading where the person that so far have had a return of perhaps 300% for the last month, suddenly after a lot of people starts cloning him, he doesn't make any money and you lose all your money. And the Forex will just claim it. Okay, sorry, you cloned the wrong person, but it's all a scam. They are setting up accounts that are not real persons that has a set interest that they in a return. And then when you clone that person, they just wait until they get enough people on there, and then that person suddenly makes a lot of stupid mistakes that makes you lose your entire portfolio. So please be very careful.
Yeah, man, that's a great point. And for those of y'all who don't know, because I know Sven hasn't spent much time out here, but one thing, I didn't like give him maybe a proper introduction from a programming standpoint. I mean, one thing that him and his team have done and do, they are security experts, right? They are security experts. I mean, that's why we've been so fortunate. I don't know how many times a day or a week people try to get hacked into our system. We've been very fortunate from that perspective because they know what they're doing, number one. So when we look at these other systems and we dissect things like that, you have to understand it's not that they take emotion completely out of it. They're just giving you the facts, right? So just make sure that you're careful with that. Here's a question from Vicky. Vicky says, what's the inflation that Tron can reach in 2021? I think by inflation, like you're talking about, like how high do I think it can go? Very loaded question, right? Very loaded question. I don't think anybody has the answer to. I wish we did, right? If we had it, we would know what to do. I can tell you, from my side, I usually look at technical charts. If I'm doing any type of trading, I look at technical charts. In our back office right now, Jeremy Barnett has an awesome system back there to teach you how to read charts and kind of get an idea. I think the one thing, I'll give you my opinion. I think if you look at Tron versus, Ethereum and Bitcoin, right now they don't correlate. Meaning that, Ethereum moves with Bitcoin. If you watch it, they almost move together, right? Maybe not the exact same percentages, but if you look at their charts, you can almost overlap them. When you look at Tron right now, it's not in that realm. So, in my opinion, it would benefit y'all to learn a little bit about that. Like, what can you do with it after you earn it? Are there other areas that you can go into? And obviously for your family too, you need to be able to spend it. So it's a tough loaded question. Sven, I don't know what you think, man. You're a lot smarter than me, but that's just my opinion.
It's one of those questions you can't answer because none of us have the ability to look into the future. It can be all over the place. But one thing I will say, and that is that you have a lot of people out there that's claiming that Tron will go into the hundreds or thousands of dollars, and that will never happen. It can't happen because of the amount of coins that are available in Tron versus other cryptocurrencies. And that's one of the things that does decide this. It is the amount of coins available for people to trade with. I do believe that Tron is low at this point, but how high it will go, I have no idea. But I wouldn't expect it to suddenly skyrocket. It will have a slow and steady rise when it does.
Very cool. All right, so here's a question. This is going to be for you, Sven. will there be an amount of Lion tokens be capped? Will the number of tokens to be released, will there be a cap on it? And do we know what that is yet?
There will be a cap, yes. The exact numbers we don't know. We have just started looking at this, and all of that will be presented when we are doing the white paper and also doing the airdrop. The key here is that the more coins you have, the lower value the token will have. So most probably we will go for a lower volume of coins, and by that, it will have a higher chance of actually getting a value.
Perfect. I think a lot of you guys, I mean, if you follow Bitcoin, I mean, the story behind Bitcoin is the reason why it's so attractive is because there's only a certain amount of it mined, right? And once it's all done, it's done, right? So it's not like the US dollar. I'm in the US. So it's not like we can just print money and just keep printing it and keep printing it where the value goes down. There's a certain amount there. So that's very important when we are looking to roll this out. Like, how much value do we want this to be? So it's a pretty cool thing to be on the ground floor of this and have the opportunity to do it. All right. Any other questions out there? Any final questions before we get this thing wrapped up? Let me see. I don't have any hands up or anything like that. Any questions? I know it takes people a minute to type. Hola, Karina. Welcome. Speaking Spanish to me. ¿Cómo estás? I'm pretty bad at Spanish, but I do my best. Oh, Maria's telling me to share my shirt. You see, she calls me the Grinch. So that's what you're seeing right there is the top of that hat. Y'all probably thought that was Santa. It's not. She calls me a Grinch, which I think is kind of mean personally, because I don't think I'm a Grinch. But anyway, she bought me that shirt, so I'm wearing it. All right. No habla inglés. I get it, Karina. I get it. I apologize. If I was fluent, I would have translated for you. And you may not have understood what I just said, but I would. All right. Any other questions before we get this thing wrapped up? I missed a lot of this, got confused with the time. Will there be a replay? We recorded it. We will have it in the Telegram room, which, by the way, there is only one Telegram room for Lionshare that is an official Telegram room. So I'm going to throw this in here for you guys and make sure everybody has this link. Okay. So give me just a second here and we will do this. All right, this is going to go to everyone. This is literally the only Telegram link that is official by us. If you get information anywhere else, we do have an announcement page as well, but this is where most of your information will go, okay?
Also, James, we can also mention that you can access these Telegram groups directly from your members back office by going to the notification settings page, and they are linked there. Absolutely.
Karina's asking about presentations in Spanish. Should bring Maria out here and make her speak Spanish in front of everybody because she's fluent, but she doesn't like talking in front of people since she's got me this shirt, but I don't know if I could do that to her. The bottom line is yes, we will definitely have someone that's doing Spanish presentations going forward. All right, we got a bunch of people coming in here, Sven, that are just catching the end of this. I think it's just because of the time, right? I mean, India's just waking up. We've got Australia. I don't even know what time it is there. New Zealand representing. We got Simon here from the UK. So we've got several countries represented here, which is absolutely awesome. Look at Uno right there, giving me her baby's unbelievable. So, all right, let's see here. Any other questions before we get this thing wrapped up? People still coming in this room. Oh, it's 12:45 p.m. in Sydney, Australia. That's not bad. That's actually a pretty good time. But it is Christmas Eve, so I don't know how good of a time that is for y'all there. So I apologize for that. But we had to get this message out. It was really important. There's a lot of confusion in the marketplace right now, obviously. So, I think we can wrap this up, Sven. Is there anything final you want to say before I wrap it up?
I think we have covered the most important parts. So let's wish everybody a Merry Christmas and let's have an awesome next year.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much. So I'm going to close it up like this. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for making 2020 an amazing year. I hope that Lionshare has been a blessing for you and your family. And, I hate that part of our message had to have a little bit of an unfortunate, sad tone to it. Not what we wanted, not what we expected, but, so is business and so is life. I want to tell you, I have relationships with a lot of you. I really do. And the reality is you have to decide what's best for you and your family. We wanted you to be aware of what's going on. If something is a scam, we're going to call it a scam. And it doesn't matter if it hurts people's feelings or not. We want you to know the truth because our first priority, and how many times have you heard me say this, is to protect our members, right? We've had people multiple times since we started this, right, who have tried to use the Lionshare name to benefit themselves, to take customers away from us, to trick people, to sell them stuff for you to lose money. We don't want that to happen to you. We want this to be a community of safety. of training, of all those things that can help you be a better entrepreneur. That's what we're here for, is to do that. So on behalf of myself, Sven, the entire Lionshare family, my family here in, I almost said Arkansas because that's where I'm from, Alabama, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas if you do celebrate it. If you don't, happy whatever you celebrate. Let's have an amazing year. Finish to the year. We will still be doing some Zooms. I'll be sending that information out for the overview calls as we go into this, and obviously feeding you guys with more information on the Lion token, the airdrop, all this to come in 2021. Let's absolutely rock this thing. Thank you guys so much for spending your day with us, especially if it's Christmas Eve. I can't believe that. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great evening. All right. Day, afternoon, wherever you're at. Thank you all so much.